Money, glamour, fame, and fraud. This is the story of how Africa's richest woman went from being worth $3.5 billion to nothing.
If you had asked me in 2013 when we first published that she was, worth $3 billion and would she be off the list within a decade, I don't think I would have guessed that. This definitely was kind of a textbook case of how to loot a country. So Angola was a longtime Portuguese colony, and then it went into civil war for 27 years after it gained its independence. And the civil war ended in 2002. And so it was kind of, this very, a country full of strife and also a very oil-rich country. So there was money flowing in from all the oil exports. Some of the money made its way into the pockets of people high up in the government. Her father was the president of Angola for almost 40 years. And so, his word was law, essentially, right? But there was a new mobile phone company starting in 2000, and lo and behold, Isabel dos Santos has 25% stake in this new mobile phone network, right?
While he ran the poverty-stricken but oil-rich country, Isabel garnered significant stakes in Angola's strategic industries, banking, cement, diamonds, and telecom, making her the most influential business person in her homeland.
She first came onto the scene when Forbes started doing this list of Africa's richest people in 2011. And I connected with a very brave investigative journalist in Angola, Rafael Marques de Moraes, who, working with at Forbes, we were able to publish in 2013 a whole expose of how she got to be so wealthy. And Rafael had gotten the documentation showing that she got this stake in the mobile phone company, that she had the stake in the diamond company, that she had, the cement, how she got these stakes and all these companies. So we published this in 2013, and Forbes said, this is the richest woman in Africa.
When Forbes outed her as a billionaire that year, the government spread the news as a matter of national pride, living proof that the country had arrived. Isabel was not shy about her wealth. She went to events with international celebrities. She's reported to have a home on a private island in Dubai, another residence in London, and a $35 million yacht.
Interestingly, before we published the investigation, when we just said, in January of 2013, when we said, oh, she's a billionaire, there was congratulatory, yes, this is great news. The government of Angola was like, this is great. Isabel dos Santos is a successful businesswoman. She's a billionaire, right?
Wrong. Shortly after being pronounced a billionaire, Forbes reported on just how Isabel acquired her assets.
8 months later, saying, well, actually, here's how the billions were accumulated, essentially illegally, kleptocrat style. She denied, of course, that had happened. She said she was an independent businesswoman and all of this stuff had come from her hard work.
She had stolen state assets for personal gain. Things took a turn when her father retired as president of Angola in 2017.
They issued corruption charges against her husband, and one of her associates. They claimed money laundering and embezzlement, and said that she and her husband and associate had caused Angola to lose more than $1.1 billion. She denied the charges at the time. And sadly, her husband, Sindika Dokolo, died in October 2020.
Isabel is facing litigation across the world. She is wanted on embezzlement and money laundering in her home country. She's being sued by the phone company in Angola where she held shares. Portuguese courts froze her telecom investment assets.
Forbes has taken her off the billionaires list. Her assets have been frozen by courts in multiple countries. She's being sued in a couple other different countries, and she's on the hook for hundreds of millions of dollars. If for some reason she wins the court case in any of these places and she gets the assets back, of course we'll reconsider, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.